Hello everyone, this is Tina with Tia's Treasures, and today we are going to see what's in day 22 of the Spellbinders Crafty Advent Calendar. Day 22. Where's 22? 22 is over here. Let's take a look. I got glue on my hands. That's what you'll get from crafting. Day 22. It's even blank in there. What is it? 22. Sequins, my favorite. They are a very pale pink iridescent. Very pretty. So if we have sequins today on the 22nd, wonder what we're going to have on the 23rd and the 24th. They're both skinny little things. So anyhow, I'm going to have to figure out what to do with more sequins. But they are pretty. So let's let it percolate a little bit. And let's go make something. What to do with sequins? Okay. So I thought we're going to do a tag again. I went ahead and I sprayed this tag with some Tim Holtz Winterberry Mica spray. Now I've got the two tags because we're going to end up sticking them together for a couple reasons. It gives it a little bit more stability. Oh, look at that. My tags don't exactly, the holes don't line up. Well, it's not going to matter too much when the ribbon's there. Anyhow, gives it extra stability, and we are doing a edge-to-edge shaker. Now, I don't really do these, so, you know, we've got these weird angles here, so it's going to be like, can we do it? And then we're going to have to cut a hole right there with the hole punch, which I have got a hole punch. Not a very good one. It can be a little hard to make sure I'm punching where I need to. But once again, we've got ribbon in there. We shouldn't have to worry about any of our sequins falling out. And if they do, well, it shouldn't be that many of them. So I don't know if this is a good idea or a real whacked idea, but we're going to find out. Now, to start also, I want to go ahead and we're going to emboss this to give it even more detail. And I have got a couple different little ornaments that say, well, Merry Xmas, Merry Christmas, I guess, if you will, that I just had on a little tray on my desk. You know, I've got stuff that I've made, and I have not used these yet. And so I was trying to decide if I like the gold better or the blue better. Now, that's a lot of sparkle, but I kind of think the blue stands out more. So I'm kind of thinking we're going to go with the blue. And I think that might look pretty. So let's go ahead and emboss this this tag. Now this is it's a embossing folder that's got little berries and greenery. And I know it's from Simon Says Stamp just from looking at it, but this was from before I started doing videos, and I didn't always keep the packaging. So I am sorry. I have a lot of packaging now and know what things are, but my embossing folders, it can be a little hit and miss on who did what. You know, I know which ones are Sizzix and which ones are Tim Holtz, but when you get into these, so let me emboss this. Okay, let's open this up and see what we've got. That is pretty. Love it. Put that to the side. And like I said, we are going to hope for the best. Let's see. Well, first, I'm going to do this. We better glue down our Merry Christmas. We've got just some washi tape on the back holding our letters. I want to make sure I get all the way around here so that the sequins aren't getting lodged underneath this ornament, because I've had that happen before if I don't have our little whatever's glued down all the way around the edges. And we're gonna put him right here in the center. And ooh, that's pretty. Pretty. We're gonna hope for the best. Let's see. Is it obvious that I don't do this ever, so I don't know what I'm doing? Other card makers make this look so easy, and it probably is, just not for me. Okay, oh, we need some double-sided adhesive. Got some score tape here. We'll put that there. And that down there. We've got you here. Like I said, I'm not really sure how it's going to look around these corners, but we're going to have to find out. I don't know if you hear my husband in the other room. He's wrapping presents and yelling at the dogs. What else is new? I mean, wrapping presents is new, but yelling at the dogs so much isn't. So, let me get my little pick and hope for the best. I just had to yell at my husband because he came down here and I'm like, I'm recording right now. He's like, I need tape and I need tags. Like, how did you not know you needed tape before you started? God love him. So I'm going to start at the bottom. And why is my, oh, it's just not wanting to lay flat, that's all. It should be, yeah, it's fighting with me. You know what? I am going to cut a different piece. This one is not cooperating. I have a much bigger piece of acetate now that I'm sure we're going to end up trimming a bit. But it should at least give us plenty of room to work with. I'm going to cut these sides down a little bit. I want to know how some of the different card makers make this look so easy. Like it's easier than a traditional shaker. And I say, really? Okay. Sure it is if you do it enough. It's just like I said, my first time doing one of these that hasn't had, you know, well, I've got a few from Tonic that are already made that you just kind of fold over. But those are pretty thick. And we're going to fold this side right there. And do this one. over. And cut these off right now because they're pretty big. Okay, well, that one's still a little pokey. Let's see. And we obviously don't need this great big amount at the top. Cut that off, hope for the best. And let's put our sequins in there. If I can get these open. God, I have a habit of humming when there's like a little bit of silence, don't I? I've noticed that. I'm trying to stop it. Also trying not to get stuff all over the place, but I am. It's like sequins everywhere. Day 20, what is it, 22? Do you believe it? I don't believe it. Only a few more days of this. You're going to have to let me know how you like the series, and if I should do it again next year, because at this point I'm still undecided. I had a lot of fun doing it, but I just don't know. Okay, let's take these off. Maybe I should put a piece there. You think? Let me put just a tiny little piece of tape going across. There we go. That way we can hope things don't leak out. But we are talking about Tina from Tiasa's Treasures. So there is a good possibility that things may leak. But I figure most card makers are probably a little bit like me and not up on every single technique. So I'm like, let's see how easy that technique actually is. Now, most YouTubers would probably practice it a lot to make sure they looked like they knew what they were doing. But I think it's better to show you that, hey, we don't always know what we're doing. We just kind of go by faith. And I think I'm going to tape that down because of the way the tag is. And my husband took my tape. So let's use some washi. I have Scotch tape I usually have on my desk, and I gave it to my husband. Now we're going to be punching a hole through that for our ribbon. But look at that. Look at that. Ooh. Now we've got our other part, and we are going to stamp a to and from on the back of our tag using some sweets from Simon Says Stamp. We've got the to and the from, and the to and the from. That's just from a tag, a set for tags. Might not be perfect, but we don't need it to be. Make sure that stays. Once it's glued down, it's not going anywhere. Okay. like that. And I think I'm going to use the hole punch afterwards. I wonder if I should have used the score tape for this too, because that would have just been adhered right away. Instead, we might have to wait a few minutes for this to dry. Okay, let's go ahead and cut our hole in here and hope for the best. Hope I get it situated where it's supposed to be. Come on, you. Look at that. I actually got the hole where it was supposed to go. I am like amazed. I have this pink ribbon. This is some embellishments by Papery Ink, and it is rhubarb ribbon. Rhubarb pie. Ooh, that sounds good, doesn't it? And I have a piece of gold twine we're going to tie around there. And that would be Bruce Barkin. Oh, we're going to have to hold that. Tie a little knot so it stays nice and tight. And now we are going to tie a little bow. I hope. We're gonna have to fiddle to get a bow, aren't we? It doesn't want to do that. I wonder if we can do rabbit ears. Sometimes when your bows get too fiddly because they're nice and big loops and you think you're not going to get it to work, rabbit ears works. And I have to pull this one through with tweezers because I can't get my big finger through there. And we can adjust that a bit now. And find my scissors to cut this off a little bit. And there we go, everyone. This is day 22. Merry Christmas. Yay. So bye-bye for now.